was 5, my parents took me to the doctor. A little concerned, I was so much bigger than the others. I couldn't keep you satisfied, Mel, my mother told me later on. The doctor told us that there might be something wrong. A novice nurse, some 8, 9, 10 needle pricks later, my little body had enough. I had to make my escape or else wait for someone else to try in vain to succeed. I was a smart little girl. That's the moment I fled. This next part we laugh about, but it was pretty gruesome. I locked myself in the car. I am not afraid to use this, I said, armed with an ice scraper and my 5-year-old guts. They called my dad from work. To hold me down, it took 5 grown-ups. In the end, they got the blood, ran some tests. What's the root? Hypothyroidism, diabetes? No. There was absolutely nothing wrong with me. I just had a big appetite. And I was not afraid to fight. We break, we bend, we learn as we go. Wish I knew then what now I know. My gut was right, I'd have to fight, and it was just the beginning, 'cause I was entering a world where only thin girls were winning. The models on magazine covers, actresses on TV. I'd have to be blind not to notice none of them looked like me. Then middle school came. My friends and I took trips to the mall. Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister and Aeropostale. They tried them all. I sat outside waiting for them to decide. There were no choices for me. They didn't carry my size. I didn't fit, felt like shit. But see, it wasn't just that. These dressing rooms were full of women saying, "God, I'm so fat." Their voices filled with disdain, and they all seemed to agree. If they think they're disgusting, God, what must they think of me? My obsession with that question, it grew and it grew. If every woman felt that way, well then it had to be true. Then I knew. Got the message. It was loud and clear. I am fat. And that is something to fear. We break, we bend, we learn as we go. Wish I knew that, what now I know. By 15 years old, I put myself on a diet. So many claimed they knew the cure, and I was willing to try it, had to hide it. Felt so guilty when I strayed from the plan. It wasn't long before the binge and purge routine began. Ask any girl who's tried it, and her answer's the same. For someone struggling with guilt and shame, it changes the game. I can eat when I'm hungry. I can join in the fun, as long as I get rid of it before the damage is done. Lucky for me, eventually, a few close friends caught on. They got together, sat me down, threatened to tell my mom. I promised I would give it up. Didn't want to cause any tension. To be honest, I was just glad they had been paying attention. See, I pretended not to care when they all got asked to the prom. I did my best to hide that deep inside me there was a bomb of self-loathing. I was angry. I was brimming with hate. I can't be happy unless I lose all the weight. We break, we bend, we learn as we go. Wish I knew that. What now I know. If my life were a movie, you'd all know how it ends. Unhappy fat girl drops the weight, reveals new body to friends. That's the story we've been told. On every screen it replays. I never thought to question if there could be another way. And then one day something changed, came from above. A little voice said, "You're deserving of unconditional love. You are beautiful, powerful, healthy and strong. You are not the problem. The message you got was wrong." Started searching, quickly learning I'm not the only victim. My story's one of many. There is a much bigger system in place. It tells young girls that if they're fat, there's something wrong with them. That they must shrink so that a boy will go to prom with them. Well, enough's enough. It's up to us to change the narrative, to speak of beauty and worth in a way that's not comparative. Be mindful of the words you use. Be kind to yourself. Young women everywhere are listening, and they need our help. We break, we bend, we learn as we go. Wish I knew that, what now I know. I learned to lose before I could win, but now I choose where I am's not where I've been. I hope someday a little fat girl will be watching TV, and while flipping through the channels, she'll stop and see me. She'll say, "Hey, Mommy, look at her." Someday that could be me.